Hello, this is Chiak. We are back again with another set of Nancy Drew. The last train to Blue Moon Canyon. Oh, you kidding me? Okay, so green ones are individual, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh.
Here we go.
Okay. No, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Okay. So that's what it means. It's not all connected yet. Okay, so is that thing gone from inventory? No, we still got it in our inventory.
It's locked.
Didn't think so. Lead is the key.
The 3rd of November, 1901, from somewhere in Colorado. Dear Ruth, I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mine before I, too, depart this earth, and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands. But with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. First, you will need a map. To obtain it, know that my travels have taken me all over this great country, to towns which can be difficult to find, to Calico, Silverado, and Central City, to Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly, but to retrieve his name, you'll have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you, words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. I promised Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her, and heard her, and feel her presence on the train even today, 20 years after her untimely death. So above all else, my dear niece, let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
Okay, there is a lot of stuff. Obviously, we need to be at that destination. Shoot, I don't remember what was next. So let's go there to the... Well, actually, let's tell Tony Balducci that...
Well, it's the little lady detective. What do you need?
I found Lori. She was hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
She disappeared because she wanted to see who'd find her first, which is why she left that clue behind.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat, but I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot? And you came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley and his mind, let me know, okay? Just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day, you know.
How did you and Lori meet?
We met at a party in New York. Nice girl. Not a lot upstairs, but nice girl.
She seems to have a thing for your eyes.
Yeah, she always told me they were... I mean, she told me once that she thought they were very, brown.
What do you think happened to Jake Hurley?
He probably died trying to work that mine of his all by himself. But I'll let you in on a secret. I'm onto something that could crack this case wide open.
What did you find?
Sorry, can't go into
Oh
detail.
my God.
Let's just say that thanks to yours truly, what happened to Jake Hurley won't be a mystery much longer.
Do you think I could take a closer look at that cougar statue?
What, that cigar clipper? Go ahead, take a look.
I'll bet I need this stone to build that thing in the diagram I found. But if I remove it now, Tina will know I'm onto something. Interesting. I just wanted to get a good look at it, that's all.
What else can I do for you?
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Sorry, that's not what I wanted to look at. Okay, here's the blueprints. Thirsty nose, top view, side view, the map, amethyst, which is what's on the tiger eye. I don't think I've come across peridot, which is on the ram. Zircon. Okay. Amethyst. The globe. Citron. I'm not quite sure if I come across that at all. Looking for something like a watermelon. Peridot, which is on the ram. Zircon is the yellow image there. Okay. Okay, that's for something later. Okay. Back to the train. Caboose, caboose. So we have a square and a duck, which I have no idea what that's supposed to open up. But let's at least correspond what the numbers are. I'm heading way too far back. A duck is 1. A square... Oh shoot, this is right on the edge. I'm assuming 4, but I just want to really be sure. Square is 4, duck is 1. And eagle is 2. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Okay, is there a way... Hold on, am I just adding things up here? I'm not quite sure how this works. Okay. Sure. I guess we can't get to that yet.
That must be the projector Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth. Jake said a lamp goes here. Jake said a spyglass goes here.
Okay, makes sense. Projector. I guess the only thing left I can do is...
Whoa! Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
The question is, did somebody throw the brake? Or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
Who was the next person on the scene?
John Gray. Then Balducci came bursting through one door while Frank and the engineer came through the other. Boy, was that guy ticked. He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
Do you think she could have thrown the brake and snuck back to her laptop without your seeing her?
Not likely, but possible, I guess.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
Okay.
More questions?
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those two friends of yours, Mr. Gray and Mr. Balducci.
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other two simply thought it would be fun. Boys will be boys.
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
I'll let you get back to your writing.
That would be nice.
I don't want to hand people the letter quite yet. No, wait. Sorry.
Looks like Tino's through dusting for fingerprints.
What's up?
So are you making any progress in here?
Oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
You've got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob, do you?
Yep, that's Camille.
Okay.
You're skeptical. That's cool. Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust me.
I won't keep you any longer.
Take care.
Okay. Still investigating, so I can't play the piano.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
I didn't mention it before because it's very bizarre.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here. Let me take a look. I've seen enough. 2 words. Useless. Those are just the rantings of a guy who spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in pans under the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
You don't think there's anything helpful in there?
Nada.
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that ready help, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the brake? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can you?
Have you confronted John with your suspicions?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
But couldn't someone else have dropped that thermometer?
Please. Who's the top cop here, huh? Who's the world-famous detective? You? I know what I'm doing, sweetheart. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
Thanks for your help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Okay. Tony is already starting to grate on me. Let's go talk to Lori at least.
Yes?
Do you have any idea who threw the emergency brake?
I know exactly who did it.
How do you know?
Well, who else could it be? Camille. None of us has any reason to stop the train, but Camille? She doesn't want us to find Jake's mine, so she's going to do whatever she can to keep its location a secret.
Did you see something?
Well, no. But I'll tell you what. Your friend, that Jim Hurley guy?
Not Jim, Joe Hardy.
Yeah, well, he thinks it's Camille, too. He just doesn't have the guts to say so.
I hear that Tino and you used to be an item.
How did you know that?
I'm a good detective, remember?
We went out a couple of times, yeah. As for why we stopped going out, you'd have to ask him.
We'll talk some more later.
I'll be waiting.
Okay. Well,
Darn, the name of the shoes is so faded I can't tell what it is. Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
Lori gave me a letter that Jake Hurley wrote to his niece, telling her how to find his gold mine.
If Lori knows where the mine is, why doesn't she just make a beeline for it?
Because apparently Jake was too paranoid to tell his niece outright where it was. So he filled the letter with all these weird, obscure clues. I don't think Lori could make heads or tails of them. I know I barely can.
Sounds like when he lost his wife, Jake may have lost a few marbles as well.
The name of the company that made Jake's wife's dancing shoes is too faded to read. But to find Jake's mine, I need to know what it is.
Hey, I know what you can do. Take a picture of them with your cell phone, then send it to us, and we'll check them out for you.
But I thought you guys had to paint Bess's room.
Boring. Besides, we're going to have to take a break soon because we're almost out of paint. Probably because Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the walls. Anyway, send us a picture of the shoes via cell phone and we'll get right on it.
Oh, you guys are the greatest.
I know. Need anything else?
I better go.
We'll be right here. Yeah, washing the paint out of our hair.
okay. Alright. Looks good. Meantime. Harley's Whurly Burly. 1, 2, 3. What? Does it matter? How is this gonna go? Okay, okay, that's what's happening. So we're going to do this individually. So I already got, okay, that, I thought that was a 7. That's a 1. 1, 2. Oh, you kidding me? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a picture of this because if it's going to keep resetting like that, that's going to be super annoying. There we go, picture taken. Okay, So it's gonna reset. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's not cool, you guys. Oh. Well.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
Okay, let's delete that picture. Okay. How do I know? Yikes.
Wonder how you're supposed to get this open.
Placing the order of the dolls. Oh, no. And this has to do with the favorite word thing. Interesting. Okay. So let's see what I got. I got these tokens. First, you'll need a map. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly. His name. But to retrieve his name, you will have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the names of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite steps. Okay. Well, there's dancing shoes, name of the maker, and we performed the favorite steps already. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words. Oh shoot, am I going the right way? Okay, good. Good. You know, I want to see if I can take the kind of look like the sound just completely dipped down. Okay, no. I was wondering where the microphone was. Okay, let's talk to the engineer though.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. I talked to you before, very briefly.
You're not the one who pulled the emergency brake, are you?
No.
Good. Because if you were, I'd have to come back there and throttle you. Old as this train is, it's a wonder it stayed on the tracks.
Is there any way that brake could have been activated accidentally?
You pull on the handle, the wheels lock. You don't pull on the handle, they don't lock. Did somebody pull on the handle by mistake? I guess it's possible, but if you ask me, anybody that stupid has no business being on a train, or anywhere else for that matter. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta get back to work.
Can't go outside until the train stops.
Okay, so that's for much later. Imagine we still got pipes to... Yeah.
Uh-oh, that doesn't look good.
Oh, the duck in the square. So this is what opens up for that. Okay. Okay. But I still need the tokens in order to do that.
Nancy, you missed it.
Missed what?
The argument of the century.
Joe, he's exaggerating.
Oh, come on, you heard them. They were ready to tear each other to shreds.
Who?
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately, we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
So you don't know what they were arguing about?
No.
But whatever it was, both of them were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably be a good idea to find out why.
Let me look into it. I'll talk to you later, okay?
You know where to find
Out of
us.
curiosity, what are you two boys doing? What are you even doing? Sadie Crawford.
More questions?
What were you and Lori arguing about earlier today?
Lori and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate, that's all.
Were you discussing her wanting to be a romance novelist?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Actually, it was Frank and Joe Hardy who overheard you. They said I should talk to you before they gave me all the gory details, but since you obviously don't want to tell me your side of the story, I'll just have to get the scoop from them.
No, you don't have to do that. A storyline that Lori submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never received compensation for it. She's reading the book now, and when she got to that part, she freaked.
And that's what you were arguing about?
Yes. Now, legally, she can't prove anything, and I'm certainly not about to admit anything, and it's not as if she needs the money. But that's what we were arguing about. For what it's worth, I'm going to talk to this producer I know to see if he'll cast Lori in his next movie. It'll help ease my conscience, and who knows? She could wind up being a star. I mean, she is blonde.
I should get going.
Remember, if it's juicy, I want to know about it.
I got a feeling I need to show her the letter.
More questions?
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller. Although I highly doubt it.
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
But why was his train found out in the middle of nowhere with just the dead engineer on board?
That does make the story a little more interesting. My guess is the engineer got tired of waiting for Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way, after which the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly run a steam engine would have been quite a bit older than Jake.
What do you think happened to Camille?
She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles. Now, if it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
I'll touch bases with you later.
That would be nice.
Okay. This one here still requires a combination of some sort. I wonder if this has anything to do with it. Images. Tale of Two Dolls. Okay.
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture, and turned it on so it would just keep recording. Now when you play it back at normal volume, all you hear is background noise. But when you turn the volume way up and run the signal through a filter or two, hear that?
I hear something. It kind of sounds like a woman singing.
Not just any woman. Camille.
Camille.
So be careful what you say in here. She's listening.
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up one short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints. And now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Is it true that your show is in danger of being canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
Were you in this room the whole time prior to that emergency brake thing?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
Thanks for the chat.
Goodbye.
Okay. Sorry, I'm being super quiet because I'm just trying to think here. Can I grab... Oh, no. Can I grab this tiger eye? Yeah, I can. How many gems do we have? 1, 2, 3. And there's 5 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 in total. So you have the tourmaline, the tiger eye, and the peridot. The amethyst is on the cougar. And then we need the citron and zircon. Which I'm not even sure. Did I? Okay, that's the first one I did. Alright. I think we're done with this area completely. Oh, except for this. Haggard Anderson and Chantilly Hilgard. Thomas Wilson.
What's going on?
How come you told me you and Lori never went out, and she told me you did?
Don't you ever stop asking questions?
When people start answering them honestly, I do.
I dumped her, okay? I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not happy about what I did, but it's done. It's over. Now let's drop it.
Guess I'll just have to go talk to Lori again.
You are incredibly irritating, you know that? I dumped her because people said going out with her would make me look bad. Said she was a joke, that no one took her seriously. Said if I started hanging with her, no one would take me seriously. So I stopped calling.
Did you ever tell Lori any of this?
No. Now take a powder. I don't feel like talking anymore.
Okay. I feel like I just heard humming.
Yes?
Guess I better get to work.
Keep me posted.
Okay. And now I think I'm officially away. I can call...
It would be rude to use it now.
I can call Bess and them. Bess and George, see if they got the maker.
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes yet.
Your wish is our command. But hang on to your hat. The name is a real mouthful. The shoes were made by Chaussette Chatillon. Chausssettetes. Chatooyantes. That's French for shimmering socks. Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, that was the company to get your shoes from.
Chaussette Chatillon. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for letting us help.
I discovered this cabinet full of old dolls in the caboose.
Old dolls make my skin crawl. Whose were they?
They belonged to Jake's wife, Camille. Jake mentioned them in his letter to his niece.
They could have been Jake's, you know. I mean, they never had a child of their own, right? So maybe after Camille died, he went a little bonkers. Oh, Bess. Hey, I'm just trying to think outside the box here, okay? Something it wouldn't hurt you to do from time to time, little Miss No Imagination. You know, maybe I'll just put this paintbrush down, walk out that door, and let you do this all by yourself. No! You've got to keep painting. If I don't get this done by tomorrow, I'll be grounded for a month. I was just kidding about your imagination. It's wonderful. You're wonderful. Very, very wonderful. That's more like it.
Apparently, Tino and Lori went out a couple of times, but he broke it off.
Why'd he break it off?
Because everybody told him dating her would hurt his credibility.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. It's cool that Balducci lets other people tell him who to date? No, that the three of us know something that like maybe 4 other people in the whole country knows. You scooped the tabloids, Nancy. Bess, calm down. You're slopping paint all over the phone. Oh no, it still works, doesn't it? Hello? Nancy? You still there? Hello?
Yes, Bess, I'm still here.
Oh, thank goodness. So what other yummy things have you found out?
Charlena and Lori had this big, huge argument, and you'll never guess why.
Lori called Charlena a hack.
No.
Charlena called Lori an airhead.
No.
Bess, she doesn't really want you to guess, okay? Tell us, Nan.
Well, it seems that Lori sent Charlena a bunch of story ideas, one of which Charlena used in her latest book without telling or paying Lori.
Charlena stole something Lori wrote? That's incredible. No, the fact that Lori wrote something that Charlena thought was worth stealing. That's what's incredible.
It makes me think that Charlena is a lot more devious than she appears.
Yeah, better keep an eye on her, Nan.
John Gray claims to have Camille's voice on tape.
Really? Did you hear it?
I heard a woman singing, but it was very faint.
You heard an actual ghost?
Bess, whatever I heard was barely audible. For all I know, it could have been a voice off the radio or something.
Did the real Camille like to sing?
According to Charlena, she did.
Well, there you go. You heard a ghost. Oh, Bess, you are so gullible. Open-minded. Gullible.
I better go.
We'll be right here.
Okay. So, Now we got the name of the shimmering socks. I wrote it down just in case, but... So let's have a look at this letter. It's this one, right? Okay. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing stones, you need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly. But to retrieve his name, we'll have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camilla's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite steps on the dance floor. Okay. So I'm not quite sure how the name of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're both 11. So, I mean, I guess it could be either or. Not both, but CHA. Yeah, what's the other problem is that how do I know which one is which one? One of them said... Shoot. Come on. That one says Mama. Which I'm gonna assume is this Krollmeister one? That's gonna be a pain. It really is. Still have this. Okay. I'm not really quite sure what I'm doing with this. No? Okay, I mean, the owl was 7 minus 10. I don't know. We just had the 7 and the 3. So put the 7 here. Plus 3 equals 10. The square is 4. Okay. So we have 11 here. Equals 4. Then the duck is 1. The duck is 1? Yeah. So I would need, I'm assuming there's just tokens upon tokens I need to find. There's going to be in total 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 tokens. Okay. Eliza Sanderberg. Received the price of $3.70. 1 chrome doll with decorative Okay. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be horrible. Yeah, I don't even know. So this Eliza Sandberg. Sandberger, sorry, I totally got the name wrong. Red ribbon on this decorative red ribbon. If I know the one that said Mama was really the one. Oh, and I totally realized I'm over time. So, thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribe. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. And thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys. See ya!